fans or wrestling fans. It's the Horror Miser Monty G. Yes, it's time to do my first prediction of 2019 because this Sunday is the Royal Rumble. Yes. Now, once again, the Royal Rumble will take place this Sunday, and once again, we will have the 30-man men's Royal Rumble match and the 30 women's Royal Rumble matchup. So once again, this is going to be a pretty exciting card. I believe that the match that we have coming up, especially for the women's match, I believe that's going to be the night stealer of the show. I believe we're going to have a great match between Brock Lesnar and Finn Balor. But let's get on. Let's go on ahead and get my predictions, see how good or bad I can do this time. Now, first off, we're going to have two pre-show matches. I guess you could call it before the actual show. For the Cruiserweight Championship, we actually have a fatal four-way where we have the returning champion, Buddy Murphy. He will face against Akira Tozawa. I think I pronounced that right. Himi Anami. I know I messed that up. And Callisto. Now, I really don't get it much involved in 205 Live, but I know the Cruiserweights are going to do their best. I'm not familiar with any feuds going on, but I believe all four men will go on ahead and put their spots on. Buddy Murphy has been a pretty good champion. He had an excellent matchup the last time in tables, ladders, and chairs, and I believe that it's going to be an incredible matchup, and all four men will give their great spot. But I'm going to say Buddy Murphy will retain the title, so I'm going to choose Buddy Murphy to retain the Cruiserweight Championship. Next on the pre-show, we have the United States Champion, where we have It's Rusev Day. Yes, Rusev will defend the title against former champion Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I really don't know. I've been hearing some rumblings that Shinsuke might return back to I think it's New Japan Pro Wrestling, if I think I got right. I don't know when his contract ends. It will depend to see what happens between now and Wrestlemania. I've been hearing some rumblings about that. I believe this will be a good match, but I think since Rusev is over, and we do have Rusev Day, I think Rusev will retain the title. So I'm picking Rusev to retain the United States Championship. For the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, we have The Bar, Cesaro, and Sheamus versus The Miz and Shane McMahon. Now, this has been going on ever since Shane McMahon won the that thing over in Saudi Arabia, whatever that crap match was that they did. And that's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do here. I believe it's going to be a fun matchup. But I believe when it all comes down to, I think Cesaro and Sheamus will retain the tag team championships. For the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, we have the returning champion, the bad guy, Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles, who's been on a war path ever since McMahon told him he wants to see the real AJ Styles. And this is going to be a pretty good matchup. Both men will do their spots up. But I think in the long run, I think Daniel Bryan is doing a pretty good job being a bad guy. And I think he will retain the title. I don't see them putting the title back on AJ Styles this soon, not yet. So I believe Daniel Bryan will retain the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. For the WWE Universal Championship, we have the returning champion Brock Lesnar, the part-timer, against a surprise #1 contender, Finn Balor, the original Universal Champion. Yes, as people don't remember, Finn Balor actually was the first Universal Champion and never got to defend the title because he got injured after a great match with Seth Rollins a few years back. I believe this is going to be a pretty good matchup. I'm pretty sure Brock Lesnar will do his best to sell whatever moves Finn Balor will do, but I eventually think that in the long run, Brock Lesnar will retain the title and will still be the Universal Champion. I really don't know what plans they have for him, but I believe they're going to save him for Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. For the Raw Women's Championship, we have the returning champion Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. Now, this is going to be a pretty interesting matchup. I think both women will put on an excellent show. Sasha Banks, I love how they actually got this feud going between these two. I think it's going to be a good matchup. But in the long run, we all know that Ronda Rousey will retain the Raw Women's Championship. And yeah, she's going to win this one. And I believe the match that will probably steal the night away, we have the SmackDown Women's Champion, Asuka, versus the man, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch is just simply fantastic. She is the most over person, man or woman, in WWE. And I believe these two women are going to put on an excellent matchup. We're going to see some nice spots up. Don't be surprised if we might see some interference with Charlotte Flair. But I hope not, but it doesn't matter. I believe in the long run comes Asuka will retain the Women's Championship for SmackDown. Now, here's the interesting part that we have. I'm going to start with the Men's Royal Rumble. Now, I'm going to pick at least 3 men. I'll make it easier for myself. I'm going to pick at least 3 men who I believe might have a chance to win the Royal Rumble. I believe number 3 person might have a chance to win the Royal Rumble will be, let's go with Drew McIntyre. I believe he will be I believe him and Lays have at number 3. Number 2, I believe John Cena. I always got to leave with John Cena. And my number 1 pick will be Seth Rollins. There have been rumblings that Seth Rollins will get back into the championship round and he will take on Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Those are some of the stuff I've been hearing. So my 3 choices will be Drew McIntyre, John Cena, and Seth Rollins. Those are my 3 choices for the Men's Royal Rumble. And now for the Women's Royal Rumble. I believe that we're going to have a nice, once again, nice Women's Royal Rumble. Loved it that they included the women. I thought it was great. As we know, Asuka won last year. I'm going to once again pick 3 women to win that might have a chance to win. My number 3 will be Ember Moon. I believe she deserved a chance to get into the main event spotlight. Number 2 and number 1. This is going to be pretty interesting to see who's going to turn out to be the number 1. I believe number 2 will be Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, she really did and deserved to be back into the main event after what she went through with Nia Jax. And I believe she's going to be my number 2. Of course, my number 1 will be Charlotte Flair. There's a rumor going around that at WrestleMania we're going to see a triple threat matchup between Flair, Ronda Rousey, and Becky Lynch. And if that happens, I want that to main event WrestleMania because I think that'll be an honor for those 3 women, and it'll be an honor for the women to finally get to main event of WrestleMania. So those are my 3 choices: Ember Moon, Alexa Bliss, and Charlotte Flair. So those are my predictions. I know I'm pretty sure Doc and Dan will actually have their predictions up, and anybody else. If you want to put your predictions down about who you think is going to win the matches and who is going to win the Royal Rumble between the men and the women's participants, leave your comments on your comment section below and tell me your predictions for Sunday night's Royal Rumble. Well, once again, that's my video for today, guys. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up because it does help the channel out a lot. And once again, if this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell. That way you can come and enjoy the horror experience with me, the Horror Miser Monty G. And as always, all my social media links will be down in the description box below as well. Once again, my name is Lamont Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Monty G. And always remember, horror and wrestling rules. The Rock, take us home. We're out.
If you're some man